Started, it would be great if some of you or all of you can put in the comments where you're calling in from, which city, and would be lovely to see where all of you are from. So today's session is about three keys to busting the imposter syndrome and rising in your leadership career. So I have distilled my several years of working with leaders across the world to bring you this masterclass. And my intention is that you walk away with something tangible, something helpful for you. So, my promise, which I am aiming to make good on, is that you walk away with some key insights into how to make the shift if you're struggling, or even if not struggling, to actually reaching a mastery over how to come to different higher levels of confidence, which will then directly impact your career goals. So, and for those of you who will stay with me till the end and probably decide to work with me, there is a special bonus for the people who are joining this call, a special early bonus that I'll announce at the end. So stay with me till the end. It's quite juicy. For us to make this a success, you've decided to spend the next, let's say, 55 minutes with me. Let's keep distractions away. Put phones away by, like a meter or so, shut down your Outlook, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever. Let's be in this space together, this highly potential space. There are a lot of wonderful, intelligent people in this conversation. Let's make this a success. So let's make that intention is just 55 minutes, after which you can go back to your beeping devices, and me too. And most importantly, stay engaged. I'm going to try and read each and every comment and question as well. And I have Divya Mittal here, who's on video. She's part of my team. She's the Chief Client Relations Officer in my team.
Hello.
Yeah, that's Divya. And Divya will be taking note as well. So whatever we can't address in the call, we will get back to you. But please keep it engaging, keep asking your questions, your experiences, share them, etc., etc. Would be wonderful. So let's start this session today, right now, with a bit of a visualization, right? Because we are here to become more confident versions of ourselves. We are here to become more, more successful leaders. What does it take, right? Before we get to the how, let's just visualize or see, sense, taste, touch, feel what that pinnacle of success as you define it. Is it spiritual success? Is it material success? Is it something else? Is it a combination of a lot of things like health and well-being and relationships? So take a moment. I'm going to do that with you. Let's just close our eyes for a minute and take a deep breath and set a deep intention for the session together. That first of all, we're going to visualize an amazing future for ourselves, an amazing vision of life that we want to live, replete with career success, confidence, where we express ourselves confidently, where we are the best version of ourselves, where we do complete and maximum justice to our potential. We are seen, we are heard, we are acknowledged. We have the income, impact, and influence that we desire. And that's about career. And you're making a positive impact in your communities, in your small communities, your home, larger communities, whether it's at work or otherwise. And whatever you want to unleash, that intelligence, the brilliance, your intuition, all that you're born with, your unique gifts. Imagine yourself playing to that potential. One day, probably one day soon, but imagine yourself there, working and achieving and playing to your full potential, full of joy, fulfillment, and success as you define it. Visualize that. How do you look like? How do you feel like? Are there any sensations, sound, touch, feel, sights that you can sense? How are people around you looking at you? Maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your wife, maybe it's your senior leader, maybe it's your parent, maybe it's your child. Imagine the sparkle in their eyes as they look at you because you're inspirational. As much as possible, visualize that. And if not, it's okay. You're just setting a strong intention. And with that, take a deep breath and come back to the room. So I hope that was a good grounding and intention setting space that you enjoyed. I enjoyed doing that 1 minute exercise with you. Now you might be wondering, what is this masterclass all about? Of course, you've read a few things on the internet, the posts I read, posts I wrote, etc. But I still wanted to just make sure that for you to make sure that you're in the right place, to give you the confidence that you're in the right place. Probably you may have resonated with a few of my posts that said this masterclass is for you if you feel anxious, you feel tongue-tied, you feel nervous in meetings and presentations with your senior stakeholders. You doubt yourself. You don't speak up because you feel that you may come across as foolish, you don't know enough, you're not good enough. Though you know that you are probably even an expert in your field. You have the credentials, but you constantly doubt yourself while others make the same points you want to make and get acknowledgements. Probably that's you. Or you are somebody who knows that you want to go places. You have a highly ambitious, you are very desirous of where you want to be in your career. But whenever that role or promotion comes up, you don't ask for what you want. You again doubt yourself. You don't know how to ask for it. You go into that probably discussion, your one-to-one discussion with your manager, but then you don't make the point, saying that what will they think? Probably they think I'm greedy. Probably they think I'm selfish. Probably I'm not ready enough. Maybe that's you. Or maybe you have not had the momentum in your career as you wanted. You feel that you're missing out on opportunity. Your peers, people who did studied with you are way ahead of you, and you feel that you're lacking, or you make comparisons with them or even peers, and you feel that, hey, I'm missing out. Maybe that's you, and you feel nervous, anxious, stressed, saying that, I've lost it, I've lost the battle, I'm not there yet, or I may not get there yet. So these are 3 or 4 places where, we might feel underconfident and we might think, probably I don't deserve it. I'm a fake. I landed here by chance, by luck. Which of these are you sound more likely, are more like you? I know I was a combination of all 3 a while ago. So tell me in the comments, is it number 1, number 2, or number 3 that is resonating with you? Okay, we have the first numbers coming in. Thank you. We got a number 2, all 3, 1, all of them, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. So we see that a lot of us are a mixed bag. We resonate with some of them stronger. Yeah. And some employees have, some of these traits as well. We see that in ourselves and others. I definitely have been there myself. But I have worked on myself, and that is what I hope to be able to share with you in a compelling manner. So, but it's not about me today. It's about you. Whatever your struggle, whatever your dream, whatever your opportunity, whatever your motivation, I'm here to support you. So with that, let me move to just introducing myself. So as some of you may know, I'm a coach and mentor to leaders. I have been one myself. I've rolled around the world. I was born in India. I'm an engineer. I did my MBA from IIM Lucknow. Then I moved over to Poland, where I worked with several companies, including Procter & Gamble. Then I moved to Germany, where I worked with Amazon. And along the way, my love for working with people, especially on leadership topics, took over. And I decided to become a coach. And today, I run a very, strong practice working with organizations like Amazon, Procter & Gamble, Google, Infosys, Microsoft, GSK, and of course, a lot of leaders. And I see some of my clients here as well. So I have the good privilege to work with some of them. But why is that relevant to you? That is relevant to you because what I've seen is how to help leaders rise in terms of their impact, expressing their voice, make the right influence with the right people, and create income. Income is a byproduct. The impact, influence, and success that they desire is what becomes theirs. So they have the confidence to lead and instill trust in their stakeholders and create what they want in their lives. So can you imagine that for yourself, where you are coming back to the visualization, where you are supremely confident of yourself, you're articulating so very well that people see you for the leader, the expert that you are. They see that you have that presence, you have that aura, you have the vibe of the leader. Stakeholders are taking notice of you. They're saying, hey, maybe you're ready for that promotion, for that job. Why don't I put your name forward? All of those things, and you have an easier time in negotiations when it comes to a salary raise, etc. Can you imagine that future for yourself? Tell me in the comments whether it's a yes, no, or a maybe. Come on, don't be shy. Yes. Okay, great. I see the positivity in the room, and we are in right company. Great. But even if it's a no for you or a maybe, just know that I'm going to give you the tools that you will need, or that will help you go from a maybe or a no to a yes. So thank you for the comments. Keep them coming. So where are we going today? What is our plan? What is our game plan, right? So as I said, there are 3 keys. The first key is the 7 key pillars to the impact, influence, and income that I have been talking about. The 7 key pillars that I help my leadership clients through, that have led to all the successes that they talk about, whether it's growing into senior leader roles, and being acknowledged as an expert, and creating the work-life balance. So holistic success. And then we move on to the 1 key that will unlock these 7 pillars. That is the sort of the electricity that supercharges the device, the 7 pillars. And then how to activate that key. Those are the three steps we're going to talk about today. And then we talk about how can you implement it in your life. So let's start with the first one, the 7 key pillars. So like I said, in my work with leadership clients, I see a lot of them struggle with a lot of different topics, of which the 7 core elements, being an engineer, I have codified that. So the first one is that clarity of vision. We had a 1-minute glimpse into that today, but imagine having super crystal clear clarity on what it is that you want to achieve in your life as a leader, holistically, etc. That is the first pillar. The second pillar is deep confidence. Deep confidence, addressing your blind spots, knowing where you want to head, and being confident or comfortable in your own voice and expressing it, and showing up with the power and presence every day at work, whether it's a large presentation, whether it's a simple meeting. Third is excellent communication skills. It's about not just the written word or the spoken word, it's the body language with which you show up. It's the vibes you project. It's the storytelling. It's the influencing without authority. That is the third key pillar. The fourth key pillar is stakeholder mapping or management. It's not enough that you do your great job. You need visibility. Your work needs visibility. So people know that, hey, whatever Anshul or Isha are doing is important for the rest of the organization, so that you naturally get the opportunities. People become your allies, sponsors, door openers. And these are authentic relationships that you can build. The fifth pillar is how you manage your time, energy, and priorities. So you knock off the best at work. You're seen as an expert leader delivering on the key priorities, but you also have work-life harmony. The sixth pillar is executive presence. What do people talk about you when you're not in the room, right? Do they see you as leadership material? What do they think about you? Do they think that you are the leader who can influence people, who can make key decisions, who is decisive? That is about leadership presence and executive presence. The seventh pillar is intentional career design. A lot of us are demotivated at work. We don't find work exciting, even though we may be succeeding. So this is about understanding who you are as a person, where your superpowers lie, what your values, core values as a human being are, and creating the next steps in your career intentionally. So like I said, these are the 7 key pillars that my clients leverage to grow in their leadership journey. So now I'm curious about you. Which of these 7 pillars, whether it's clarity of vision, effective communication, confidence, stakeholder management, time management, intentional career design, or leadership plan, what is it that your strong suit is? Which of this are you strongest at? Let me know in the comments. Which of these 7 key pillars? Vijay says it's 4, stakeholder engagement. Great. Confidence, says Manjunath. Effective communication, calm confidence. Gurpreet. 3 and 2 for Sandeep. Brilliant. Effective communication. So you see that you're great in 1 or 2 areas, which is brilliant. So work on your strengths. The key takeaway from this particular segment is that definitely capitalize on your strengths and then work on improving the others. And that is where I put out a lot of content every day on those other aspects as well. Thank you for sharing. Now let's go into the actual key that unlocks it. So you may be great at managing stakeholders. You may be great at managing time. You may be great at clarity of vision. But for those 7 key components to come together, there is a heart of the transformation that we want to get into. That heart of the transformation is that secret ingredient without which all of this falls flat on the face. So imagine this, people faking to be great communicators, but they have that anxiety and nervousness because of which when you go into a meeting, you get tongue-tied, right? They doubt themselves. They have superb expertise in a particular business area, but when they go into the presentation, a leader asks them a question and they get tongue-tied. They get anxious. They're not able to speak, or they say but fumble and mumble. That articulation does not come out as effectively, and they do a subpar job than what they could actually do. There is a secret ingredient behind that. Or, you may be decent at networking, but still you're not great at reaching out and connecting with people. But because there is that self-doubt saying, hey, what will they think about me? Have I achieved enough to reach out to the CXO and ask for a connect? Right? There is that self-doubt drawing them back. Or when it comes to time management, a lot of people have difficulty saying no. They take on a lot in their plate, saying that unless I say yes, my boss won't be happy. My peer won't be happy. My team will think that if I pass on too much to them, they think that I'm a bad manager. We are people pleasers that way, because of which our time management skills might suffer. So, or when it comes to brand as well, we may be experts, but we may not show up with the right body language or vibe. The secret ingredient in all of this is point number 2, confidence. Confidence is that electricity or that juice that supercharges all the pillars. That is that key that unlocks it. So that when you have that impeccable self-confidence in yourself, you show up because your mind is not fighting against you. You show up, you articulate, and you're able to create an impact on the other person. They sit up and take notice because you're able to put one point after the other that makes sense and that is moving the organization forward, and they sit up and take notice. They think that, hey, this person is to be watched out for. So how many of you believe that confidence could be the key that unlocks all the other pillars? Give me a yes in the comments if you agree with me. If you disagree, you can put a no. Yes, we see a lot of yeses. I do, but I don't know how to activate it. I hear you. Nitin says no. Thank you. But where does the confidence come from? Says Amar, good question. And Pooja says, but what if somebody lacks that? And that's what we're going to talk about. So we talked about the key ingredient that unlocks the 7 pillars. So developing deep confidence, just to underline the fact, is the single most powerful and strategic way to make an impact in the world, so that you contribute at a high level while growing your influence, income, and freedom to exponential levels, to levels that you previously thought only others could achieve. But what does the absence of confidence mean? That means people are anxious about speaking up in meetings, unable to talk about achievements, or others actually don't know what you're doing because you say that, hey, I'll do a good job and people should take notice, but it really doesn't happen in this distracted world. So that is the story of Tina. Now, Tina is a fictional name, but is very much a combination of a few clients I've worked with, and a lot of the clients I've worked with. When I met Tina, she was playing too small. That meant that she, every time she would get a compliment, or somebody would praise her for a job well done, she would say, oh, that's nothing, it was just a simple thing, or we did it, the whole team did it, I did not have to contribute much. She would actually pass the ball on in terms of compliments. She would just not accept the compliments. Or she would, let's say, the job that she desires comes up, there are 10 let's say qualifications listed that you need to meet. Tina goes through the whole list, the list of 10 things, and she goes to the ninth and says, maybe I'm not so strong there, so I might not apply. So Tina played small in her career. She used a lot of minimizers or apologies, so saying sorry too often, or saying, may I, can I, could I just? Because, when you use words such as these, when you minimize yourself in your language as well, it sends a subconscious message to the other person that, hey, you're not really an expert. You're not really sure of what you're saying. And that's what Tina was doing. Though she came from a Premier B school, she had credentials to match all of those things. And even in physical space, right, she would like shirk to the side. If it's a large meeting, she would continuously go to the corner and not take up space, not speak up in the meeting. So what were Tina's thoughts? If, and these are real thoughts, and these are real clients' thoughts. The questions she used to ask herself is, am I good enough to be here? Did I land this job by luck? Do I really belong here? What if I say something foolish in front of the senior management and they think that I am stupid? I might as well just shut up, right? Or when there is that job or promotion coming up, she says, hey, probably I will not put my hand up because I'm not ready yet. Probably I need to be 2 more years in the organization or role till I'm really ready for it. Yeah. So I'm reading the comments as well. Great comments coming in. So please keep them coming. And Tina's another one was, if I work hard, I'll get noticed. But unfortunately, even after 2 years of hard work, she was not getting the promotion she deserved because her boss is busy. Her boss's bosses are busy. Nobody has time to, take notice of each and every achievement. And we have to actively talk about it. And a lot of questions about what will others think if I stand up and speak. What will they think, that I am just a limelight, I just love the limelight, or they think that I'm taking too much of attention. What if people dislike me? And it's shameless to talk about herself. How many of you identify with Tina, or have seen a person like Tina? I have been Tina. Sudha says, all points hitting hard. Lija says, yes. Thank you. Yes, I know a Tina, Nazir says. There we go. Can relate to the content. I connect with some of these points. I was Tina for long. Great, great, great. So what happens? How does her manager think? So her manager at the end of a year thinks, what exactly did she achieve? Because her manager also forgets, because Tina is not talking about herself. He or she has trouble thinking about what did she really achieve? I don't know. And Tina is also not talking about it. So then he thinks, probably there is not enough potential. I should wait a year before I promote her. Maybe she's not ready yet. Maybe she's happy with how things are. Why rock the boat? I don't want to get her into a very serious position which she's not ready for. But on the other side, Tina has a colleague. Her name is Anita. All parameters are the same. Same B school, same work experience, same number of years, same cultural background, same family background, same economic status. But Anita was proactive about her work. There was something different about her. When you give her a compliment, she's like, yes, thank you. It was a lot of effort, but I'm happy that I pulled it off, and the team was amazing. She would just say thank you to the compliments as well. No deferrals, like saying, oh, it was nothing. She wouldn't say, she wouldn't minimize herself. And she would actively work on herself, her confidence, her visibility, building her network in the right way. And because of which she is going places. Of course, she's also doing great work. But that visibility and the way she, stands for herself is very, very prominent. And it doesn't come easy to her. So that is something she's worked on. So what are some of Anita's thoughts? She thinks I'll make the best of my opportunities. I'll actively network outside of my circles so that not just my boss and my peers know me, But outside, other teams as well know me. I'll do some cross-functional projects. I'm going to sign up for that high visibility project or role. I'll speak up about my work and contributions when I get an opportunity. And I'm good. If not me, who else? She doesn't ask herself, why me? So that is the difference with Anita. And I want to know who sounds more like you. Do you identify with Tina more or Anita? Let me know in the comments. Tina. Okay. Most of us identify with Tina. Some of us are a mix. Gurpreet, I'll come to your questions at the end. Please park them. And if I forget, please type them again. All right. The reason why I ask you at the end is probably you'll get your answers as we go through the next slides. Awesome. Thank you for the inputs, folks. Now let's go to the third one, activating the key, because I remember one of the comments saying, hey, how do I then build the confidence, right? So I'm going to give you one nugget, because we only have about half an hour left, so I can't give you to the whole shebang. So I'm going to give you a small nugget that you can take away and think about. So why is Tina playing so small? Why is she having a problem, feeling like an imposter, not confident? Why does she minimize and apologize and not take up space for herself? It is an inner game, as you know. Inner game, by which I mean it's a matter of mindset. How we think about ourselves is how we show up in our worlds, and then that is how the world perceives us. Our external world is a mirror of our internal world, in this case at least. And in one of my posts, I said, that has something to do with the Darth Vader and the Buddha. You can use a lot of metaphors here. So all of us human beings are wired this way. We have a part of the brain called the amygdala, which instills fear, anxiety. It has a survival function, which makes us fight, fly, or freeze. I'm not going into the neuroscience of all of that, but I'm going to, represent that in a storytelling manner. Because of the fears and anxieties, those voices come up in our heads, right? From the morning when we wake up to the night when we go to bed, we have thousands of thoughts. And if you start observing your thoughts from today, you will see that a lot of the thoughts, if you identify more with Tina, that is, would be more disempowering. Saying that, hey, what if that goes wrong? What if I don't have the expertise? What if I sound stupid? What if they don't like me? What if I come across as foolish, stupid, greedy, arrogant, selfish, blah, blah, blah? What if I don't make it? What if I don't have the skills? Oh my God, I am doomed. So we have those voices in our head keeping us captive throughout the day. And if we are not careful, it will take us down a negative spiral of self-doubt. And that is that internal world with which potentially we show up at work, whether it's virtual or face-to-face. And when internally we are vibrating at that level of lack of confidence and self-doubt, even if we are an expert, and I'm sure a lot of you are experts, we will not be able to express ourselves because our amygdala has hijacked us, in that negative voices. And that is what I'm representing here on the left side of the screen with the Darth Vader. You might be familiar with the concept of Darth Vader and Luke and all of that. So Darth Vader, in a sense, metaphorically represents the voices in our head that bring us down, the villain sort of. What we do not notice, and that is why I want you to become scientists in your own world, is you also can activate your inner Buddha, or you can call it inner sage, or inner Krishna, or inner Buddha, or inner Christ, or whatever you want to call it. That sage voice that tells you you can do it. That before a meeting, that you can remind yourself that, hey, I am an expert. I can do this, right? I have earned my place in the organization. They interviewed me. They gave me this job. So there is also that voice within you. Inner Yoda, says Garima. Yes, inner Yoda or Buddha, whatever you want to call it, right? So there is that voice within you as well. But in the noise, in the distraction of social media, work pressure, stress, etc., we pay attention more to the Darth Vader or those negative voices because that is our conditioning. From the ages of 0 to 7 is where we form our opinion about ourselves, the world, how we need to appear. And there is a lot of fear and anxiety in the world. And that has somehow seeped into our psyche as well. And that is somehow seeped into the way we see ourselves. So when we enter our world with that sort of a psychology, we do not project the right vibes. Our communication falls flat. Our networking isn't effective. Our stakeholders don't trust us. We are not able to influence our teams. We are not able to grow in our organization and career. So, now what I want you to do today, like I said, is start observing yourself. You would have the inner Yoda as well as inner Darth Vader, as well as the Buddha, and you will be able to differentiate between your voices as a result of this conversation, I'm assuming. Now let's go back to Anita. So that once you really nail down or really connect with your inner Buddha, that sage voice in your head and your psyche, and you leverage the principles of neuroscience that way, you will think more like Anita. You will step by step become more like Anita, so that you will make the best of your opportunities. You will actively network. People will know you for your expertise, for the value you bring to the organization. You know that you're good, and you will be able to project that in your body language, how you speak, how you present your work, and your work will have multiplying effect across the organization. You will speak about your work and contributions, and you will sign up for high visibility roles. And then your manager, whether he or she looks like this or not, will take notice. Your senior stakeholders will think, hey, she or he's got leadership potential. I completely trust their expertise. She is ready for the next level. I should tell them about him. I should tell the senior stakeholders about him, that we have such a superstar in our team. And this is not some crazy story I'm sharing. For the last 7 years, I've seen a lot of clients go through this transformation. Whoever identified with Tina, a lot of them went through this journey of doubting themselves and managers not having the trust, to flipping the coin and experiencing this kind of transformation. So what would you do if tomorrow you wake up with Anita's confidence, or let's say a month later, you wake up with Anita's confidence? Tell me in the comments. So what if you flip from being Tina to Anita tomorrow or a month later? I know I would apply for a role that I want to, or ask my manager for a raise, for a 30% raise. Come on, folks, be a little creative, conquer the world. Okay, that's a good one. More networking. Yeah, we would be more fearless in networking. You'd be like, yeah, CXO, I want to meet you. We meet them in the elevator and we are confident about introducing ourselves. Hey, I'm this and this. I'm Sudha. I recently delivered this project. I'm excited about where the organization is going, and I love working here. So imagine the confidence, the vibe you will project. Project yourself, network, work on your next target or goal, ask for 30% raise. Actually, I did that. And I got it. Would reach out to people I would otherwise hesitate to. And imagine when you do that, your network expands. People see your potential. Opportunities will come to you. And that is what I have seen over and over again. And on a serious note, negotiate better for yourself. Yes, why not you? Ask for a bigger role. Yes. So this is a real client of mine. Her name is Khushbu. She works for Unilever. This is her testimonial, and you can find more of her story on LinkedIn, where she's put a recommendation. She used to be that version of Tina. She would, go into corners, not believe in herself. She would not speak. She would feel tongue-tied. But now she's leading conversations at an international level. She's presenting to leaders of Unilever in India, and she's leading high visibility projects, and she is going from strength to strength. From squeezing into the corners to occupying space in boardrooms. And this is her in her own voice. Or let's take the case of Michelle, who went from Tina to Anita. She used to doubt her skills. This is her own words. She used to doubt her skills and talent. And she thought that she succeeded due to luck, that she was a fake. She held herself back from career opportunities. But now she's confident about herself and her leadership qualities. And others are sitting up and taking notice. And what is not captured here is that these are the results that she got in 3 months. And after which she's gone on to more plum projects. She's also presenting at larger and larger stages and being seen, noticed, heard, and acknowledged. Now, you may be wondering how to make it all a reality. Now, in the last 38 minutes or the last 40 minutes, I've given you some hints, some suggestions, and that is the best I can do in a 1-hour masterclass. And I hope that has been valuable for you. I hope that has sparked some inspiration in you. However, I know because of the journey I've been through, there is a lot, very concentrated effort or a structured support can help. That is where, if you like me to help you develop the deep confidence, improve your visibility, your network, ask for the raise, ask for a bigger role, speak up about yourself, be a better version in terms of confidence and career success, I am here to help you. Faster than books, YouTube videos, and visual thinking. So, of course, I put out a lot of content and people say that it's supremely helpful. But there is a level of depth that we go to in, when we work together that is, more customized, more personal, and more curated than books and YouTube videos, because we go straight into the heart of this matter. That is because I've got years and years of experience working with people on this exact transformation. And there is a roadmap. Because I'm an engineer, as I said before, I love to codify things. I have a roadmap that I take my clients through. So I'm about to share with you something. And like I said, at the end, there is a special offer. So you can think, you can stay on, and that's a gift for you. You can think about it. So option A is that you can commit starting today, 100%, to build a rock solid career confidence starting now with a proven roadmap, an experienced coach, getting yourself tangible results, having the accountability to go from Tina to Anita, and a community to support you. Or we could be talking a year later in option B, where you may be in the same place, same time last year, still wishing that things were different in terms of career, confidence, and success. And I know I have been on the fence myself, but I pulled myself to option A some time ago because what I sensed it makes a lot of difference. This is one of my favorite graphs. This is something I use to remind myself that the choices, behaviors, and habits I instill in myself today, which is what we talked about in the beginning of the session. The choices we make, whether we want to be Buddha or Darth Vader or them to, control our psyche, that will make a difference in terms of where we land in just a few months, actually in just a few weeks. Whether you want to improve confidence, a feeling of, feeling better about yourself, your success, work-life harmony, you can be at a different place depending on the choices you make today. And so with that, I'm inviting you wholeheartedly, warm-heartedly to my baby. Skyrocket Your Confidence is the name of my baby. It's a program that I'm about to launch that goes into the heart of transformation from Tina to Anita. And if you're a man from, I don't know, you can use, comparative names. But the point is the transformation. It is a one-of-a-kind program that will help you systematically, which is step by step by step, go from underconfident to confident and to career success. I use neuroscience, positive psychology, and coaching to bring you that. What will your experience be? You will get crystal clear on what your unique sabotaging patterns are when it comes to confidence. Why do you specifically, what happens to you in that situation? What is the trigger, etc., etc. You will get very crystal clear on your blind spots, because then with that awareness, the transformation starts. So a lot of the people who went through the program the last round said just day one was very transformational. Then you know exactly the insights, tools, strategy to show up with more confidence, leverage visibility opportunities, communicate articulately, so that you're being seen, heard, and acknowledged as an expert. So this is the Skyrocket Your Confidence program. It is 21 days in duration. Why 21 days? It is the minimum habit forming duration, which has made a lot of difference to a lot of clients in the past 1 year alone. So, and of course, with my personalized support and curated program content, there is insights that you will put to action throughout the program. And I know all of you are busy people. So the content is bite-sized. That means the amount of effort you need to put in is 5 to 10 minutes a day, because you will get a 5-minute video plus a reflection prompt. And every day will be building up on the last day. And there will be a couple of catch-up days without too much of content in between, 21 days with catch-up days in between. So you can catch up and you have a year-long access. And you have an option to upgrade to one-to-one coaching sessions with me, accountability, community, progress. So you will have a community cheering you on. This is what Arulin, who was part of August 2021's cohort, said. The bootcamp helped me break my endless cycle of self-doubt. I identified the reasons behind my triggers and how to manage them. Great program. I would sincerely recommend it. If you're looking to break a pattern, she broke the pattern from Tina to Anita. That is a Skyrocket Your Confidence program. And what I want to share with you is a sneak peek into the inside of the program. I wasn't planning to do that, but I got a little excited about that. Oops, sorry. I think I closed the window, so I'll share it again. But meanwhile, if you have any questions, let me know. So while I pull that up, I can answer some questions. And if by any chance your questions don't get answered today, you can always find me on LinkedIn and send me a message. So this is a sneak peek inside the program. So as I said, there are 21 days, and you can see we have a kickoff call, we have live calls, where you get questions answered. There is, each of your questions will be answered. We will have a group, we will have a Facebook group where every day you can ask questions specific to you and you will get answers. You will unveil your saboteurs or your blind spots. We will address your worst and best case scenario, fears and anxieties. We meet your inner sage or inner Buddha, and how to shift from sage, saboteur to sage, from the blind spot or the Darth Vader to Buddha. Instilling empowering beliefs. Then there is a catch-up day. Then we go into leveraging the power of body language as a means of affecting your confidence or impacting your confidence, and using the self-talk. How do you talk to yourself is very important. We use the most damaging of words to ourselves. The kind of self-talk we have is sometimes the kind of talk we will not even use with our enemies. So, for example, how stupid, Meera, how could you do this? You cannot even talk in meetings. Can't you be confident? You are from the school, you're from this B school, but you're still a failure. You've lost 10 years of your life, and look at your friend, Tom, he's gone ahead. So that's how we talk to ourselves. We want to reframe that, because your self-talk can be very damaging. So we work on a lot of that. We work on discovering your superpowers or bringing up your superpowers that you're not even aware of. We'll put some self-love, because that is going to be the battery for confidence. Then we're having a couple of catch-up days. Then we talk about how to be visible, taking actions, how to say no, how to stop people pleasing, how to stop using minimizers, how to handle energy vampires who suck your energy, how to not be a perfectionist, how to handle fear of missing out, how to be a masterful communicator, think and articulate effectively, and a lot of things. This is still under construction, but that is what we still have a couple of days to spruce up. But that is basically behind the scenes, and I'm very excited to show you. That is why I went there. So that is a program. We'll have video modules, workbooks, community, live calls, daily interaction to address all your questions, year-long access. And this program was exclusively beta tested by members of the IIM community. So with rave reviews. So we've gone through several rounds of doing that. So this is what I mentioned at the beginning. So for those of you who are interested in joining the program, there are some fast action bonuses for quick action takers, because I know people who are hungry for results, who are done with feeling this way, who know that they have potential, and they are done doubting themselves and not being able to speak, and they want change now. And for those people, I have some fast action bonuses which are going to go up. And this is the first instance where I'm sharing this. So you are the first people to know of these bonuses. So the moment you grab them, there are limited spots for some of them, you get them. So what are those fast action bonuses? One is a ticket to my masterclass that is happening this month, which is called Networking for Success. So you have a newly minted confidence, very deep and authentic confidence. Now, how do you leverage your network? How do you activate those specific stakeholders who can transform the trajectory of your career, transform the trajectory of your project success? That is that Networking for Success. And my clients have gone from success to success just because of this key ingredient. Once they worked on their confidence, of course, this is a game changer, I tell you folks, and you get a free ticket to that masterclass. The next is what I call my Leaders Rise Accelerator workbooks. Those 7 key components I told you at the beginning that a leader must have for career success. There is a set of workbooks which are very powerful, which you will also get for free as a bonus. Now, you might be thinking, what does the program cost? For this round, the program cost is 297 euros. The price will go up the next round. For this round, it is 297 euros, and it's 21-day program, and you have access for the rest of this year. So Shibani is a HR leader at Novo Nordisk in India. She loved the program, and she loved the individual attention and the structured way, the program, and the customization and the individual attention. And while if you're still on the fence, I also give you a 7-day money back guarantee. Come to the program, attend the calls, do the workbooks, attend the sessions. If you don't like it, you tell me, hey, this is not working for me, I want out, and you get your money back. You just have to show me that you did the work, show me that you did the videos, show me that you did the workbooks, and I'll refund you. There will be no questions asked. And this is what Amrita, who attended in 2021, said. She's had profound positive changes. Effects have been long lasting. Program is amazing, and working with me has been great. So I want to leave you with a question to yourself. What would your best advice to yourself be? Do you want to grab the day by its horns, work with me, and in 21 days, tell a different story? What would your Buddha's advice to yourself be? Let me look at how much is the time commitment per day for the 21 days. Sudha, great question. 5 minutes a day would be, the videos are between, let's say, 4 to 5 minutes long. Then you'll have a workbook, which is just a question for you to anchor the insight for the day. So in total, I would say 5 to 10 minutes a day. And Shibani, I was talking to her yesterday. She was saying, when I'm waiting for my cab or when I'm taking a walk, I listen to that, and it's transformational on a daily basis. The investment in taking care of myself, my mental health, my confidence is amazing. Yes, Aisha, thank you. So time commitment, Sudha, is 5 to 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes for the video and another 5 minutes for the reflection. If you want to sit with the reflection for half an hour, it's your choice, but typically it's 5 to 10 minutes. Then, like I said, we will have live calls, a minimum of 3 live calls, which will be an hour long. They will be recorded. So you can watch it another time if you can't make it live. So you'll have questions answered, live coaching, etc., etc. Thank you for the compliments, Isha. So yes, you will get a recording, Divya. Thank you. Yes, any other questions? So imagine you are investing today in your success, in your confidence, in instilling trust with stakeholders. Move beyond wishful thinking and let me help you. If you want further details, this is the link to sign up for the program, and Divya will put that link in the comments. So you can read about the program and see if it is for you. So you will see the link. Divya will put this in a minute. And in case you want to have more, you have some questions and you want to ask something more, you can also book a call with us. Divya is putting that also in the comments. You can get into a call with Divya or me, and you will get all your questions answered. But we are still here. We still have about 9 minutes to go. If you have any further questions, or if you posted questions before which I didn't see, please let me know. Thank you, Anshul. Yes, it is very promising. Okay. Questions?
Meera, maybe 2 lines from outside. I have to go. Thank you very much for the insight. This is amazing masterclass. I think I will connect you on by LinkedIn or something. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Yes, you too.
Bye.
Have a nice good night.
So I'm here in Munich. Nice evening.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
See you. Welcome, Sairam. So then, how many of the past participants in the program sustained the change post that? See, it depends on how much you put in. So I would say at least 30% of the program participants have sustained the results. So also that is why I'm also giving you a full year of access. So we'll run this program now. And if you want to join again, let's say, or redo the contents again, you will be able to sustain it because you get access to the program, you get access to, the live calls, etc., etc. So you'll be able to sustain that. So even, at a 30% minimum of sustained change, but that is the highest level of change. But everybody has had great things to talk about it. So you can read up in the link that Divya has put about other participants' success stories. All right. So then, one more minute. If you have any questions, please post it. Paula asks, do you find women are impacted by more than men? If so, what are your thoughts and why? Yeah, typically I have seen that women are more impacted because, again, like I said, in the conditioning that happens between the ages of 0 to 7, in most cultures, girls are told to be more docile or more, pleasant and not ask questions. While, boys are told to, given guns as toys, toy guns as gifts and all of those things. I said, this should be boisterous and girls should be, nice and calm and all of those things. So that does impact the psyche. So we do see that happening. All right. So Sudha, thank you for the interest. Just connect with me and we'll take it forward. Or you can just go to the link, sign up. That's it. It's as simple as that. If you want a conversation, of course, I'm here for you. And Divya has put my email ID as well if you have any questions. But I really hope you have taken away something from this conversation. You will get the replay. If you could be so kind and put one word or one sentence in the comments as to what you're taking away from today's session, I would be very, very grateful. One word, one sentence as to what your biggest takeaway. Confidence. Okay. Thank you, Meher. Transform like Anita, says Manjunath. Valuing yourself, says Sudha. Neelav says so much to learn. But yeah, this is great awareness, right? So it's exciting. Monica says hope. Garma says managing inner voice. Unni says Darth Vader. Great stuff, folks. So transformation, says Ramesh. I need to put my efforts to change myself, spend time on learning, says Vijay. And Vijay, that is an awareness a lot of people don't actively work on. So kudos to you for realizing that and, setting an intention. Nazir says manageable with a plan. Of course, yes, with the right roadmap, it is tackleable. Lisa says transformation. Great. Awesome, folks. So with that, I'm going to wish you a good night, good morning, wherever you're in the world. And Paula says working hard alone won't get you noticed. Well said. Speak kindly and be your own advocate. Great stuff, folks. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, send me an email, ask me questions. I'm here for you. The program starts on August 8th. And the bonuses are limited. The moment the spots are filled, they will be gone. So if you're interested, please reach out to me ASAP.